Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Essential Oils for Mind, Body, and Soul webinar. And we will get started in just a couple minutes. It's not quite 6 o'clock Central Time yet, so we'll give everyone a couple more minutes to get online. But for those of you that are on already, if you could just, in the chat box that you probably see to your right, if you could just type a yes, confirming that you hear me and that you see the slide on the screen. Just want to make sure everything is working. Great. Seems like people can hear me and see the slides, so that's good. I like it when technology works because I usually don't know how to fix it when it doesn't. Good deal. All right, we'll give everyone just a couple more minutes and then we'll get started because I definitely want to be respectful of your time. But I'm so excited all of you could join tonight. We're gonna have a really, really good conversation. All right. It's just about time. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. And I know people will still be kind of joining as we go along, and that is perfectly fine. But let's go ahead and kick things off. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. So I just want to welcome all of you here tonight for the Essential Oils for Mind, Body, and Soul webinar. I'm so excited all of you could be here. I know that, I'm sure for all of you, it's a busy week, busy evening. And so I'm just very appreciative that you took some time out of your evening tonight to join me and to learn about essential oils and how they can be natural solutions for your health and wellness. So just to start off, I want to tell you a little bit about my experience with essential oils. And I have been using essential oils for really the past couple of years, but I started out just using them very, very casually. And, I had a handful of oils that I really liked and I used and, saw benefit with and all of that good stuff. But I just didn't know the science behind it. I didn't understand why essential oils worked the way they did. I didn't really understand exactly how to use essential oils. And I hadn't experimented with many different types of essential oils either. And it wasn't until recently that I started reading and researching essential oils that I really started to understand the powerful effects that different oils can have on wellness. And I started to really understand the importance of making sure the oils I'm using for my health and wellness are top quality, that they're pure, that they are not contaminated with any type of harmful chemicals or solvents. And I really started to understand the importance of that. And so I've experimented with different brands, and you may have even seen past social media posts or blog posts with pictures of certain brand names. And that is, totally fine. It was really me experimenting and figuring out what brand I particularly liked the best. And I will be sharing that with you tonight. And after trying different brands and researching the companies, I've really found the brand that I like best for myself and my family. And there's several reasons for this that I will go into. And so tonight we're really going to talk about how to find a good brand and different types of oils that you may want to start out with that offer a lot of benefits. And we'll go into each oil and their different therapeutic properties. So if at any time during this webinar, if questions come up, then type them in that chat box, and I will do my best to address them at the end if we have time. So just, as we're going along, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in. Okay. So just to tell you a little bit about me, for those of you that may not know me personally, I think pictures can always help get to know a person and build a relationship. So these are just a few pictures of me and my family. My husband, Ben, our little Yorkie, Baxter, who I am just slightly obsessed with. And, I picked these pictures because I feel like it represents us pretty well. One of these pictures we're, at a park on a blanket, and we really love, being in Dallas. And whenever the weather is nice, we love to get outside. We love to be active, and we love to go to the park and either pack a picnic or just go and walk around and let Baxter run around. So that is one of the things that we love to do. And the picture in the middle is of this past New Year's Eve. We went to a party that had a 20s theme. So that was a ton of fun because I love dressing up 20s style. I think that's a really fun decade. And then the picture at the bottom, I know it's a very posed picture, but this really is how we kind of start our mornings. Both Ben and I love starting our morning with a nutritious protein shake. And of course, usually in the morning, I'm not all dressed and ready. I'm like in my pajamas with my hair in a ponytail and no makeup on, but you get the picture. That's really how we like to start our day, is with a nutritious protein shake. So just a few pictures to help you get to know me better. And moving on, let's dive into essential oils. Okay, so why essential oils and why now? So this class is really intended to leave you educated and empowered. And you'll learn throughout this webinar how to safely and effectively use essential oils for your health priorities, and for those you care about. And you'll learn how to get them into your home so you can begin experiencing the benefits they can bring you. Okay, so we're going to go into a lot of information. I just want to check a couple of things real quickly to make sure there aren't any issues coming up. Okay, good deal. Seems like things are working well. All right. Let's see. Okay, so moving on. So I just want to talk a little bit about just some general essential oil history, because the history of therapeutic plant use dates back thousands of years. So this is not some new thing. This has been in use for thousands of years, so it's really proven to be effective. Okay, the ancient Egyptians used plant extracts and essential oils for health, for cosmetic use, for religious purposes, for embalming, for so many different things. They were heavily, heavily used in the ancient Egyptian culture. Okay, then moving on, Hippocrates, which many of you are probably familiar with. He's known as the father of modern medicine. He used plants very, very widely in his, healing of his patients. And then even more recently, when we get to biblical times, frankincense and myrrh, along with many other essential oils, are heavily referenced in the Bible. They were used for spiritual reasons, for anointing, for embalming, for health and medicinal purposes. And frankincense and myrrh were two gifts given by the wise men to baby Jesus when he was born. So they were very highly valued oils. So, they've been used heavily in biblical times. We get even more close to current day, to present day. There was a while, particularly in the Western world, where essential oils kind of weren't used a whole lot. They kind of fell off, and then they started to come back and get popular again. And now, as we're looking at, present day, there are a few essential oil companies out there. It is a tremendously rapidly growing industry. It is growing so fast year over year. It really is on track to become a multi-billion-dollar industry. Essential oils have just become so popular, and people are recognizing the therapeutic benefits that they offer. And I am going to talk particularly about the company that I represent, and I want to take some time to tell you a little bit about doTERRA and why I use them. And there's several reasons. First of all, I was looking for a brand that offered top quality, and I felt confident in the quality. And I definitely found this. This company was started by people who are really, really passionate about protecting the quality of the oils, the sourcing of the oils, and keeping the oils affordable so people like you and me can use them. And I just really love the vision and the foundation of the company, why it was started, how it was started, and the incredible integrity throughout the company. And one of the things that they offer is a certified pure therapeutic grade oil. All of their oils have this grade. And this is so important because it just gives me confidence that they have a lot of accountability in making sure the oils are pure. They go through stringent third and fourth party testing. These oils are truly beyond organic. We test for pesticides and other harmful chemicals, but what's really neat is that we also test for certain chemical constituents that should be there for the therapeutic benefits. And that matters. It matters about the molecular structure of the oil and the chemical constituents that should be in the oil. And this is important because there's really not much FDA regulation around oils and the labeling of oils. So things can get really deceiving. So you may go to the store and see oils that are labeled pure or therapeutic, but they really may not be. You just don't really know what you're getting because there's not much regulation around the labeling. So to have a company and a brand that is really thoroughly testing for purity and efficacy is extremely important. And unfortunately, many of the oils on the market today are tainted, toxic, and less than ideal. And the thing with essential oils, if you're going to use them for your health, if you're going to put them on your skin or consider taking them internally, then you really need to know where they came from. You need to know how they were sourced. You want to make sure they're pure, therapeutic grade, and that they have not been adulterated with any synthetic components. So that's why I really like doTERRA and this brand, because I have that confidence in using this brand. The other thing I like is their mission and their values. They use co-impact sourcing, which means we partner with people groups around the world to produce and source oils, because indigenously sourced oils are very, very specific. So for example, lavender grown here in Texas, where I live, is going to be very, very different from the lavender that we co-impact source from Provence, France, where it grows naturally. So, where the plant is grown matters. The environment matters, the water matters, the soil matters. And so to be able to source oils from regions where that plant is grown naturally, it's extremely important. And so we indigenously source all of the oils from around the world, over 33 different countries, and we partner with third world countries to source the oils. So we're really going in and helping improve those communities around the world, and they are helping us by sourcing the oil. So it's a wonderful, wonderful partnership and a wonderful mission. So let's dive in a little bit to the specifics of the oils. So what are essential oils? Okay, essential oils are very powerful. First of all, they're natural aromatic compounds extracted and distilled from plants for their health benefits. And again, they're very powerful, pure extracts. So a lot of times we think more is better. But in the case of essential oils, that is not the case. With essential oils, less is more. I want you to always think that less is more with essential oils. And to put that into perspective, 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So you don't want to get a bottle of peppermint oil and dump a bunch of drops into a cup of water and try to drink it, because that would just be horrible. You really want to just use a small amount. Even when you use it topically, these oils go very, very far. So when you're using an oil topically, you're applying it to your skin, 1 to 3 drops is going to be enough. You can also diffuse these oils, which is the aromatic use or the aromatherapy use, where you're breathing in the oils. So there are many different ways to use the oils. We're going to go into more detail with that, but just know that these are very safe, natural solutions and very, very effective. A little bit goes a long way. So peppermint oil, this is one of the most popular oils, and it's such a wonderful oil for so many different ailments. So peppermint is great at supporting healthy respiratory function. It can really help clear up, the pathways to help you breathe better. And it's also great for supporting healthy digestion and soothing, minor digestive ailments. It helps calm the tummy and helps ease minor indigestion. It's also great for minor headaches and head tension. So it can be very supportive there. And it's very cooling to the body, which is another great benefit. Another way to use peppermint oil that is very beneficial is it's a great breath freshener. So instead of chewing gum, which can tend to have harmful benefits, and most gum contains artificial sweeteners and things like that, you can just, use a drop of peppermint oil as a great breath freshener. And one of the things I'm going to talk about is there are a few of our oils that come in little beadlets. And so it's a little container you can take with you everywhere, and it has little beadlets, and each beadlet is equivalent to 1 drop of oil. So it's great to just pop a peppermint beadlet in your mouth after lunch or something, and you have fresh breath. So that's another great way to use peppermint oil. Next is lavender oil. Now, lavender is definitely one of my favorite oils. You've probably seen me blog about it, do videos about it. I absolutely love lavender oil. I love the way it smells. It's very just cool and refreshing, and just very fresh. But lavender has a lot of soothing, relaxing, calming properties, which I love. And our lavender is sourced, as I mentioned earlier, from Provence, France. And so with these soothing properties, it's great to soothe, basically. So it's great for soothing irritated skin. If you're dealing with some inflamed, red, irritated skin, putting lavender oil on it can really be very supportive. Even with minor burns, applying some lavender oil to that can be very, very supportive and soothing. And not only with skin, it can also soothe emotions. So if you are feeling really stressed or dealing with anxiety, then lavender oil can be very, very helpful in those situations. One thing I love to do is put a few drops of lavender oil into an Epsom salt bath. And that can just really help relieve any sort of tension that may be going on in your body, and also help relax and calm the mind. So it's great for, putting an Epsom salt bath, or if you want to diffuse it when you get home from work after a long, stressful day, that's another great way to get those soothing benefits. And lavender oil also supports a restful sleep. So if you're someone that has trouble sleeping, maybe you deal with minor insomnia, then putting lavender oil on the bottom of your feet before bed, or diffusing lavender oil in your bedroom, or putting a drop on your pillow can really help support a restful night's sleep. So, one thing I would talk about is just the efficacy of the oils and how natural solutions can be so beneficial. Why do we want to explore natural solutions for health? Well, first of all, as all of us know, we have a lot of challenges in our society with sickness and disease. And as a health coach in particular, my goal is to really help people support a healthy body and lifestyle naturally. Rather than masking symptoms, it's really important to address the problem. And essential oils are a great way to do that. They're such a powerful, easy, and affordable way to go about doing that. And especially when you look at the value of a bottle. As I mentioned earlier, you usually need 1 to 2 drops of an oil, and there are 250 drops in a 15 milliliter bottle. So while the bottles look small, they last a long time. A little bit really goes a long way. So they're a very cost-effective option. So you can certainly save money this way, and you're implementing natural, non-toxic solutions at the same time. And when you have essential oils, then it's just great to have them available at home immediately with no side effects with proper usage. And one of the things I also like is that these oils contain hundreds of different compounds, providing complex and versatile ability to combat different threats without building up resistance. You know, we see a lot of resistance with other products to where if you use it so much, it ultimately stops working. And that's not the case with essential oils, which is wonderful. These oils really work with the body to address issues and root causes on a cellular level, which is so, so important. All right, now I just want to talk a little bit about the different grades of oils. You know, in the beginning, I talked about how quality is so important and how you want to have confidence when, you know, choosing which oils you're going to use for your health. So there are different grades of essential oils available, and probably the lowest quality is going to be your synthetic oils. And these are basically just toxic chemical fragrances. You may see these in different perfumes and scented candles and things like that. You know, this is a grade of oil that you just don't want in your body. You don't want on your body. You know, your body doesn't recognize it when it's synthetic. So it can potentially be toxic. And if you're using essential oils to improve your health, then you really want to use a top quality oil that's going to fuel the body and not create and increase a toxic burden. Next is food grade. And you may see these in flavorings in different foods. So for example, like the first thing that comes to mind for me is like dark chocolate. And if you buy dark chocolate, there's a lot of different flavored varieties like peppermint or orange. A lot of times these dark chocolate bars are flavored with food grade oils. And really there's not much therapeutic benefit to those, but they do add flavor to food. Okay. Then there is the label of therapeutic. And this label doesn't mean a whole lot, to be perfectly honest, because as I mentioned before, there's just not a whole lot of regulation around essential oils and their labeling. So just because an oil says it's therapeutic doesn't really hold or carry a lot of weight. You know, your chances are with the unregulated standards, you're going to get a lot of misleading label claims and most likely some compromised quality and maybe no health benefit. So that's why with doTERRA, we really set a new standard for purity with the certified pure therapeutic grade in response to all of these unregulated essential oil standards. So, you know, what this means, the certified pure therapeutic grade really is the world's highest quality essential oils, and they're verified safe for all ages and uses. That's pretty amazing. So it just, again, gives you confidence that you know what you're using on your body and in your body is safe, it's pure, it's effective. And let's talk about one of my other favorite essential oils, that's frankincense. I was just diffusing it before this webinar because I just absolutely love all of the benefits it offers and I love the way it smells. But frankincense is just one of those great oils that can be used for almost everything. You know, we say a lot of times when in doubt, use frankincense because it has so many benefits. It really helps support healthy cellular function, so it's great for the immune system. It can be used topically to improve skin health, to beautify the skin. It's also great for balancing the mood and helping with focus. So it is just a great oil overall, to be perfectly honest. One of my favorites. And I mentioned earlier that it was, you know, a very popular oil used in biblical times. It was one of the gifts given by the three wise men for baby Jesus. And at that time, it was actually valued more than gold. So that just shows you kind of the value of frankincense and just the benefits that it can provide. To have been valued more than gold, I think says a lot. And, you know, just some oils that were used throughout the Bible and are referenced in the Bible: frankincense, myrrh, cinnamon, rosemary, spikenard. Those were all used for anointing and healing the sick. And it's referenced in Matthew 2:11 is where it's referenced that the three wise men brought gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to baby Jesus. So I just think that's really neat. So just remember, when in doubt, use frankincense. It's a wonderful oil to implement into your daily routine. All right, now I want to take a quick break. And, we've covered 3 oils so far. And we've got several more oils to go through, but I want you to just write down your top 3 health priorities. And whatever they may be, whether it's, you want to gain or lose weight, or you want to have more energy and reduce fatigue, or, you want to support healthy digestion, you want to learn how to detox, um, you want to learn how to sleep better and have more balanced moods or hormonal balance, whatever it may be. Write down your top 3 health priorities and write down why they are a priority for you. So maybe you want more energy so you can really spend more time with your kids, or you want to be healthier so you can be more productive at work and get that promotion you're going for, or whatever it may be. You want to reduce stress. There's so many different reasons why your health priorities are going to be a priority for you. You want to travel, whatever it may be. Just write those down and just kind of think about those throughout this whole session, okay? And the next thing I want you to do as we're going through this webinar, and maybe you've already got some ideas already from the 3 oils we covered, but I want you to start writing solutions that meet your health priorities, okay? What solutions have we talked about today that will perhaps support your wellness and some of the health priorities that you have and the health goals that you have? Okay. So just be thinking about that throughout the webinar, because we've got a lot more information to cover, and I think a lot of the things that we're going to talk about, you'll probably be able to relate to in some way and be like, oh, well, that might help me for this situation. And I'm going to go ahead and say now that I really encourage all of you to stay on until the very end, because there will be some great bonus gift opportunities, and those will be discussed at the end. Okay, so let's move on. How do you use essential oils? So there are several different ways to use them and get that therapeutic benefit. The first way we're going to talk about is aromatically. And you can get the aromatic benefit or the aromatherapy benefit through just inhaling the oil. So you can simply open the bottle of oil and breathe it in, or you can put a drop in the palm of your hand and rub your hands together and breathe it in. That is an aromatic use of an oil. You can also use a diffuser. And a diffuser is a great way to get the aromatic benefits throughout an entire room. And basically, you see a picture of the diffuser. This is just one of the diffusers that we have. And you basically just put some water in the diffuser, put in a couple of drops of oil, turn it on, and it starts diffusing the oil into the air. And that is a great way to use the oils aromatically. I love my diffusers. In fact, I want more of them. I just can't have enough of them. We've got one downstairs. I have one in my office. I still want to put one in my bedroom. And literally, I could have a diffuser in every room. It would be very well used. But, why this works is because what you breathe, it really can affect you. And in particular, it can affect your mood. And diffusing oils can also help cleanse the air and support breathing. But one of the things I want to talk about right here is how inhaling oils can really impact your mood, because it may seem a little strange. But the neat thing with essential oils is that essential oils are composed of very tiny, tiny molecules. So when you apply an essential oil to your skin, it's absorbed directly into your skin, into your bloodstream, and it hits every cell in your body in less than a minute. Pretty powerful. The other cool thing about essential oils is because of the tiny molecule size, they can bypass the blood-brain barrier. So you can apply an oil topically or take it internally, and it can reach the brain, which is another way it can affect your mood and other aspects of brain health. But also just breathing the oil in, again, the molecules are so small that when you breathe them in, you breathe it in through the olfactory system, through your nose, and it goes directly to the brain. So that is how it can really have a positive impact on your mood. And there are different oils that are great for different types of mood balancing. And we're going to talk about that later. But this is just such a neat thing with essential oils, that the molecule size is so small that it can have that effect. So you really do get therapeutic benefit just from breathing in an oil. And speaking of breathing, one of our popular essential oil blends is called Breathe, and it is our respiratory blend. It supports the respiratory system, and you can diffuse this oil at night in your bedroom, or you can put a couple of drops on your chest or the bottom of your feet. This oil does not require diluting, but you may want to dilute it if you have sensitive skin. And what I mean by diluting, so when you dilute an oil, you basically just mix a couple of drops of the oil with a carrier oil like coconut oil or vegetable oil, any type of vegetable oil. And that helps dilute it to reduce the potential sensitivity, but it does not reduce the efficacy and the potency. So I just want to make that clear. This oil is not indicated for internal use, so you would not want to take this orally. In terms of diluting, there are some oils that you do want to always dilute, and these are what we think of as hot oils. So oils like oregano or cinnamon, it's always best to dilute those first before applying them topically. Now, if you're new to oils, then applying oils to the bottom of the feet is a great place to start. You know, it's just an easy place to apply them, usually less chance for skin sensitivity. And when you apply them to the bottom of your feet, you know, your entire body is going to receive the benefit in less than a minute. So whether you need the benefit in, you know, your head or your chest or wherever, applying them to the bottom of the feet it's going to reach the body and the entire body in less than a minute. So it's a pretty cool thing. Moving on. You can also use oils topically. And oils really work at the cellular level and protect your cells. So as we mentioned, diffusing them in the air is just as powerful and is so easy. But you can also use them topically, which is also very powerful. One drop of essential oil can service every cell of your body within seconds. From the bottom of your feet, it nourishes your bloodstream within 30 seconds. So pretty amazing how fast they can work. So you can apply to your feet, the back of your ears, your chest, the back of your neck, your head, any troubled areas, and they are going to get into the bloodstream and reach every cell. Now, like I mentioned, for any sensitivity, do dilute the oil with a vegetable oil such as fractionated coconut oil. That's a really good option. And speaking of using oils topically, Deep Blue is a very popular oil we have. It is our soothing blend. It is absolutely wonderful. It's great for soothing muscles and joints. So if you have any type of muscle or joint pain, using Deep Blue can be very supportive. You can also apply it before and after exercise. It can be used for deep tissue massage. And this oil is so popular that we make it in several different versions. So you have just the regular oil, which you can use. And if there's a small area that is causing trouble, then you can just apply the oil to that area, a drop of the oil. If there's a larger area, maybe like your back that is sore, then you would most likely benefit better from using a drop or two mixed with some lotion or a carrier oil, and that way you can spread it on a larger area of the body a lot easier. And then we also make a Deep Blue rub, which is the lotion. So if you don't want to do it yourself, you can buy the lotion, which is a really good option and a very popular option. We also have a roller bottle with Deep Blue, which makes it really easy to apply. And while the Deep Blue oil is not intended for internal use, we do make capsules that can be used internally. So that is another option for you. So if you're dealing with any type of muscle or joint issues, then Deep Blue may be a very supportive option for you. All right, the third way to use oils is internally. Okay, and all you have to do, it's very easy. You just add a drop to your water. You can put a drop under your tongue or a drop or two in a vegetable capsule and take it internally. And while not all of the oils are indicated for internal use, like the deep blue I just mentioned, most of our oils are, especially the single oils. Some of our blends aren't for internal use, but our single oils are. And, if you're not comfortable using oils internally, that's totally okay. You can get the benefits from using them topically or aromatically. But I do just want to stress that the science behind doTERRA's oils really supports internal use. So, I wouldn't use other brands at the store internally, and I wouldn't buy from third parties like Amazon and use those oils internally. But with doTERRA, we do have the science that backs it. So I just want to make that clear. The big thing is you just don't want to compromise on purity with anything that you're going to take internally. So taking oils internally, it just takes one drop, maybe two, but it will nourish the whole body, including the digestive system, mouth, throat, liver, urogenital tract, the entire body. And one great oil to take internally is lemon. First of all, it gives great flavor to your water. I know if you're trying to stay hydrated throughout the day, drinking a bunch of water, for some people it gets boring. So adding lemon can add a really nice flavor to your water. But not only that, it really can help cleanse and purify the body. So again, just a nice oil that you can add to your water daily. One oil that I love adding to my water is ginger, because I feel that really helps with promoting healthy digestion. So that's one of the oils that I really like to add. But again, just adding a drop to water can, give nice flavor and offer therapeutic benefits. Another great thing you can do with oil is use it as a cleaning agent. So get a spray bottle, add some water to it, and then add a few drops of lemon oil, and it's a great household cleaner. So not only can you save money on household cleaning products, but you're also using a very pure, non-toxic solution. So I love that as well. It's just so multifunctional. All right, let's move on to another very popular oil. I think I say this on every slide. They're all very popular and they're all awesome and I love them all. But On Guard is a great protective blend. I like to think of it as the immune blend because it really offers a lot of immune support. You can add 2 to 3 drops in a veggie capsule for a quick immune boost. It really helps support the body's natural antioxidant defenses. You can rub it on the bottom of your kids' feet during school because, there's always some bug going around. This oil blend really helps support healthy immune function. It's also great to diffuse in your house because it helps cleanse the air. So lots of different ways to use On Guard. And this also makes a great household cleaner. So again, dilute it in a spray bottle with some water. You can use it to clean your kitchen, your bathroom, whatever in the house you need to clean. And this oil also comes in several different forms. You can buy it already made in capsule form if you want to use that version internally. You can buy it in toothpaste, also hand wash, and many other products. One product I really like, again, is the beadlets that I mentioned earlier. I like to take these with me, and just whenever I feel the need to, I can pop a beadlet in my mouth and get that one drop of On Guard in a very easy way. So let's move on to the next oil. Again, one of my favorites. And this is Digest Zen. It's our digestive blend. So it really helps maintain a healthy GI tract and just helps support and reduce the occasional gas, bloating, cramping, heartburn, indigestion, those types of symptoms that you may experience occasionally from overindulgence or eating a food that doesn't agree with you. Digest Zen can be a great blend to help you out. And there are a couple of ways you can use this. You can take this internally. So you can put a couple drops in a capsule, or you can put a drop in some water. but it's also really good to use topically. The way I typically use it is I'll put some carrier oil in my hand and then put a drop or two of digestin, mix it up, and apply it to my abdomen. And I rub it in a clockwise direction all over my abdomen, and it is very soothing. So it's a great oil. It also comes in capsules. So if you want to buy it in capsule form already done for you, that's another great option. Moving on to Melaleuca. So Melaleuca, you may have heard it called tea tree oil. Great oil. Ours is sourced from Australia, where it grows naturally. And this is a great oil for DIY recipes. You can add it to shampoo to nourish your scalp. You can apply it topically to nourish your skin. It really helps soothe the skin and soothe any mouth irritations. It's a very strong, and when I say strong, I mean potent oil, but it's very gentle. So that's why it's a great one, even for skin use and using in your facial skincare and those types of things. A good oil to use if you're dealing with some minor acne, you can apply it to that as well. So another really good oil I use on a regular basis, as I use a lot of these on a regular basis. I just find them very, very effective and beneficial. All right. The next slide talks about some of our emotional blends, which I just think is so cool. We have certain oil blends that are really designed specifically for mood balancing, which who doesn't need that? I know I do. So I love these blends. And these blends you can buy all together in a kit, or you can buy them individually. But I just really like this diagram because it helps you pick which oil is going to be best for you. So on the inside wheel, it lists a bunch of different emotions. So for example, if you are experiencing anxiety, fear, worried thoughts, then the peace blend, which is the reassuring blend, is going to be a really good option for you. And that's going to be a more minty floral blend of oils. So I can imagine it's going to smell really nice and support those moods. Now, if you're feeling bored or discontented or bitter, angry, then the passion blend, which is the inspiring blend, is going to be a good oil for you. And that's going to be more spicy, herby, grassy. And so it just helps you kind of determine which oil is going to be best for you for which emotion. So I love how they put these together. This is a newer edition, and I just think it's fantastic because the oils can have such a beneficial effect on mood. And I think it's wonderful that they've created some blends for specific moods. So I just wanted to throw that in there so you know that is available to you as well. Another thing I wanted to mention that I just find very, very interesting, because we all hear like the importance of antioxidants, and you got to get your antioxidants to support just good health overall. Well, most essential oils score pretty well on the ORAC assay, which is an antioxidant report that kind of ranks. Generally, you see it ranking food in terms of their antioxidant level, but it'll also rank oils. And some of the oils that are highest on the ORAC assay are oils like cinnamon, spikenard, myrrh, and clove. And I want to put this into perspective because I just think this is incredible. So the highest scoring antioxidant food is wolfberries, while the highest scoring essential oil is clove. Clove is 40 times more potent as an antioxidant than wolfberries. It's 450 times more potent than blueberries, and 5,000 times more potent in its antioxidant status than carrots. So just to give you an idea of the power of essential oils, they're powerful and they can really support overall health and wellness in such an amazing way. So I had to throw that in there because I love statistics like this. I just think it's really, really neat. Okay, a couple other things I wanted to mention to you in addition to the oils are some of the other products that are available. And I'm definitely not going into all the products on this webinar because there's just not enough time, but I'm just trying to highlight some of the most popular ones and the most beneficial ones to really get started with. So doTERRA has put together a fantastic lifelong vitality pack. And this is a multivitamin mineral, which is whole food based. So it's very pure, very clean, very effective, provides 22 essential vitamins and minerals to support normal growth, function, and maintenance of cells. And it also includes an omega-3 fish oil, which of course we all can benefit from to help fight inflammation. So this whole pack is just really going to promote healthy cardiovascular, nervous, and immune system function. It's going to help support healthy joint function. It's going to support healthy function of the brain, eyes, and nervous system. It's going to promote healthy skin and healthy metabolism and cellular energy. All of these things that most of us can definitely benefit from. So I just really think that their supplement line is very clean and pure, whole food based, and effective. So wanted to throw that in there just so you know that it's available, because regardless of how healthy we eat, even if we're eating the cleanest organic diet, we can probably still benefit from some additional nutritional support in supplement form, simply because our soil isn't what it used to be. It's very depleted in nutrients. Or our food isn't what it used to be. So this day and age, it's difficult to get all of your nutrients through food alone. So, multivitamin, mineral, and fish oil supplement can be very helpful and just supportive to overall health. And then for those of you on here that might be wanting to find some good digestive support, they have a wonderful digestive enzyme called Terrazyme. Again, it supports healthy digestion and metabolism. It helps support conversion of food nutrients to cellular energy. It promotes gastrointestinal comfort and food tolerance, which if you're on this call and you follow me, then I assume you can really relate to this. And this may be a great product for you. And it supports healthy production of metabolic enzymes. So it's just a really great additional supplement to help support healthy digestion. And here I just wanted to show you some pictures of our co-impact sourcing. I mentioned this earlier. These are the people that are producing our oils. And it's just so great to know that we're working together to produce the world's purest indigenous oils. We are impacting them, they're impacting us. We're making so many strong differences in so many places. The one that comes to mind is in Haiti, where our vetiver is grown. We're doing a lot for the community, the local communities there that are helping produce our oils. For example, we were able to bring clean water to them where they live, whereas they were having to walk miles a day just to get access to clean sources of water. And now they have it. So just things like that. I just think it's amazing. I think the mission is incredible. And it really resonates with me. We're very involved in lots of different humanitarian projects. And the company just has a lot of visions and goals for ending poverty and giving people hope. So that speaks volumes to me. And I hope it does to you as well. I really like supporting a company that has just an amazing mission like they have. So that goes a long way in my view. All right, so now you may, after we've discussed all of these great oils, you may be thinking, if you go back to your list of your health priorities and some solutions that may help you, you may have written down some oils or some of the supplements that you're really interested in trying out because you think they may help you out. And so I'm sure the question for many of you, as it was with me, is like, how do I get these oils? I want them. I want to get started now. I'm excited, and I'm excited with you. So I want to just review kind of different ways you can get involved, different ways you can get the oils. And again, please stay on till the end, because I want you to be able to take advantage of the bonus gifts. If you're going to get started with these oils, why not get some freebies along with it, right? So let's dive in. So there are a few different ways to be involved. And the first is, if you're just interested in natural options for you and your family, you want to take care of your health, you want to implement a healthier lifestyle, you want to start using the essential oils as part of your wellness routine. And so that is one way. Another way is you want to help others find natural options. So maybe you want to start using oils for you and your family, but you also want to start sharing with your friends and family about the benefits of these oils and how it can help them as well. So that is another option. And then the third option, for some of you out there, this might be of interest. You want to learn how to make income off of the oils. And that is an option. Maybe not for everyone, but it is an option. Maybe you want to find a way to pay for your oils, like get your oils paid for essentially, or you want to supplement or replace your income. So that is an option as well, and something I'm more than happy to talk to you about. But let's just talk about how you can get your oils now and you can start using them for you and your family. Okay, so getting started. There are two ways to get started with certified pure therapeutic grade oils. The first way is by becoming a retail customer. And honestly, nobody does this. I don't recommend it. It just doesn't make sense because you're going to be paying more for the oils and you're going to end up spending more money. So the second way is to become a wholesale member. And when you become a wholesale member, you get wholesale prices, which is 25% discount on all of the oils and all of the wellness products. So that is totally the way to go. I recommend it for everyone. So in terms of becoming a wholesale member, there are a couple of things you can do. So a wholesale member is similar to a Costco membership or a Sam's membership. So with doTERRA, all you have to do is pay a $35 membership fee. Okay. When you do that, you get wholesale membership prices for the entire year. And then next year, you'll renew your membership for $25 and you'll get a free bottle of peppermint oil. So that next year's membership is basically going to pay for itself when you get that free bottle of peppermint oil. So it's very simple and it's very, very affordable this way. The other option to become a wholesale member is to go ahead and purchase a starter kit. And a starter kit are kits that we've already kind of pre-packaged, we've put together with some of the most popular oils, and it really helps you get started using oils immediately. And when you purchase a starter kit, your membership fee is completely waived and you are an official wholesale member. Okay, and another great thing about the starter kits is that they're deeply discounted. So you're gonna save the most money and get the most benefit with getting a starter kit. And we'll go through some of the starter kits because a lot of them will include all of the oils that we went through today. So again, that's what I usually recommend because it's going to save you the most money and it's usually the popular choice among most of the people. So I want to talk a little bit about everything you're going to get with a wholesale account. Whether you pay the $35 membership fee or you get a starter kit, you're going to get a lot of cool stuff with a wholesale account. So first, you're going to get 25 to 55% in savings. You'll have the potential to get free oils and product credits. Again, I want to emphasize there's no obligation, okay? There's no hidden fees, no obligations, no minimum orders of any kind. So I just want to make that clear. You will have the opportunity to take advantage of our loyalty rewards program, which does save you a lot of money, but it's totally optional. So I will touch on this, but again, I just want you to know that it is optional. Some other stuff that you're going to get in a wholesale account, tons of education and support. And for me, this was so important. Like I wanted guidance, I wanted training, I wanted education. I wanted someone there that could answer my questions when I had them. And you get that. You will get that like you wouldn't believe. We have a private Facebook group where you can connect with other amazing natural health advocates. You can post questions in there, you can share experiences, and we have so many educational resources in there that can really help get you started off right away very effectively. And you'll also be part of one of the fastest growing teams in the company. And this is so important. It definitely makes a huge difference what team you're on for product support, number one, because you want to know how to use the oils. You want to know, you may have a question regarding a specific condition and what oil is best and how to use it. And you get that. You get tons of training and tons of education, but you'll also get, if you decide to pursue the business opportunity, you're going to get a lot of great business training as well, which is amazing. But again, I'm going to emphasize no extra fees, no requirement to sell, no monthly minimum. If all you want to do is use the oils for you and your family, then that is awesome. Okay, I just think that's great. Now, I do want to talk about the loyalty rewards program really quickly because I think this is a great option for those of you that are committed to making a lifestyle change. Because if you're committed to making a lifestyle change, then it does take consistent effort day after day, month after month. Okay. And, you know, for me, like, I really want to help you make a plan for your life and help you reach your goals for you and your family. And if that's your goal as well, to implement a lifestyle change and be consistent, then you may want to consider the loyalty rewards program. With the program, you do place a monthly order. But the cool thing about this is that you can earn up to 30% back on all of your orders. So you can save a ton of money with the loyalty rewards program and get free product credits and, you know, save a lot of money that way. It really is the smartest way to get the natural solutions you need into your home month after month. Okay, but again, completely optional. You know, it's something that you can think about and add later, or you can add now, and if you want to change it, you can. There's really no obligation with it. There's no type of contract or anything, so it's very, very flexible. But again, like, my goal is to help you develop a plan and help you be consistent with your health goals. So one, you achieve your health goals, and two, you stick with them and create a lifestyle change. So like I said, I really encourage you to get a starter kit. You don't have to, but I do just want to go through a couple of the real popular ones, and all of these are going to contain the oils that we talked about today. So the first one is the Family Physician Kit with the beadlets. And I just want to highlight some of the differences between these. But the Family Physician Kit, you'll get all of the oils that we discussed today in 5 milliliter bottles. So they're smaller bottles. And you'll also get the beadlets that I talked about, the peppermint beadlets and the On Guard beadlets. This is going to be your least costly option. The next level up is the Home Essentials Kit. And this is a really, really good kit to get started with as well. The difference is that you'll get 15 milliliter size bottles, so they're 3 times the size. And you're going to get a diffuser. So if you're really interested in using the oils for aromatherapy, then I would recommend this kit because you get a diffuser. So it's a really, really good option. And again, these kits are deeply, deeply discounted. If you were to buy all of these items individually, it would cost you a whole lot more. And then finally, the last kit I want to talk about is the Natural Solutions Kit. It is the most costly, but you get a ton of great product. You'll get all of the oils that we talked about, plus some additional oils that we didn't even cover. You're going to get a number of the On Guard products. You are going to get some of the deep blue products like the rub, and you're going to get some of the supplements. You're going to get the Lifelong Vitality Pack. You're going to get the Terrazyme digestive enzyme, and you're going to get a bunch of other stuff in there that I didn't even mention. So that's a really cool option if you are just ready to go all in and get started. That's a really, really good option. Okay. So I want to tell you kind of the process of doing this, and I'm going to bring up a little pop-up to where you can click on it and just simply go there. So let's see. So for those of you who are like totally ready to get started now, you know, you either want to do the $35 membership, or you know you want to get a starter kit and you know what you want, then all you need to do is click on this Get Started with Essential Oils button. And that is going to take you to my website. It's mydoterra.com/jenbroyles. And you can get started right now by going there. And here are the basic instructions. And if you want, you can screenshot this or you know, try it. It's pretty self-explanatory when you go on the website. But you'll just go to my website, mydoterra.com/jenbroyles. You'll click Join and Save. That's in the top right corner. Click your language. Click Join doTERRA. Enter your country and language. Then select Wholesale Pricing. that's the one you want. There is another option that says, I think, like preferred member. They're about to do away with that, and really the benefits weren't there. So pick the wholesale pricing option and click continue. Fill out your personal information, hit continue, select your enrollment kit, or if you want to do the $35 membership and add your own individual oils, then you'll click introductory kit, and then you'll fill in your billing information, payment, and hit process order now and continue. And those oils are gonna be on their way to your home. So that is one option for you. If that's the way you wanna go, you know what you want, you're ready to get started now, you don't wanna wait any longer, then do that. Go to my website and follow that process. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. My email address is jen@jenbroyles.com, and I'm happy to jump on the phone with you and walk you through the process. That is not a problem. The other option for you, I almost revealed my bonuses too soon. So the other option, if you're still not sure, you have some questions about the starter kits, you want some recommendations, then I am going to pull up another pop-up for you where you can actually schedule right now online. You can schedule an essential oils consult with me. So you should see on the right side of your screen where it says schedule your free consult here, just click get started with essential oils. It's going to take you to my online calendar. So if you want to jump on the phone with me and just kind of run some things by me before, if you're just not clear exactly on what you want, then I'm happy to chat with you, and you can schedule a consultation with me and we will figure out what the best option is for you. I'm more than happy to do that. So you can schedule that consult now through this link, or you can simply email me again, jen@jenbroyles.com, and I will respond to those emails. So I want to get into the exciting bonuses. I know that's what all of you have been waiting for. Okay, so for any of you who contact me and become a wholesale member, or you just go to my site right now and become a wholesale member, within the next 24 hours, you're gonna receive a ton of great bonuses. I can't even, like, I'm so excited about these. So first of all, everyone who signs up within the next 24 hours is gonna get a free wellness consultation with me. We are gonna get on the phone together. We're gonna go through your health goals. I'm gonna make some recommendations for you and kind of lay out a plan for the next few months. And we're gonna really help get you on track to meet those health goals. And so I am so excited to talk to you and do this wellness consultation with you. So I really hope that, you know, when you sign, first of all, I hope you sign up as a member, because we're going to have a lot of communication one-on-one, but this wellness consultation is just going to be a really great way to get you started off on the right foot. The next thing you're going to get is a free 21-day online essential oils course. And this course is incredible. It was put together by a few members on my team, and it's awesome. I mean, this course, if it were to be sold, then it would cost over $100, probably close to $200, but you are going to get it for free. And basically what you get is each day for 21 days, you are going to get online training. And each day we'll talk about a new oil, how to use different oils, and just answer a lot of your questions. We're going to give you a lot of education through this course. It's both written and video, so it's a great way to learn, and it's going to be free to you. So that's pretty awesome. The other thing you're going to get is a welcome packet from me, and this is going to include some really cool stuff. The first thing is going to be a mini modern essentials book, and this book is really, really neat. It is kind of divided into two segments. The first, you can search the book by the oil name and it will tell you all of its primary uses. The second half of the book, you can search conditions and it will tell you what oils are beneficial and supportive for that particular condition, and it will tell you how to use those oils. So it's an awesome book to get you started. You're also going to get an empty roller bottle and some of my favorite samples. So again, anyone who becomes a wholesale member within the next 24 hours or reaches out to me and then becomes a wholesale member is going to get all of these bonuses. Now, for the first 5 people who enroll, you're also going to get a free bottle of wild orange. It's a great, great oil, and I just want to kind of reward those first 5 people who take action. I'll personally send you a free bottle of wild orange. But again, with everyone, we're going to work very closely together. I want to be there to support you, to help guide you, to help answer your questions. You're really going to have a whole team that is supportive, but in particular me, we're going to work very closely together. And, I'm excited to work with you and really help you implement essential oils into your daily life, into your family's life, and just really help you experience those benefits that come with using essential oils and even some of the supplements. So I hope to talk to all of you soon, because, when you become a wholesale member, we will be talking for sure. And I really, really hope that this webinar has been informative and educational for you. I hope it's answered a lot of your questions, and that you're just ready to dive in and start incorporating essential oils into your life, because I think you'll really, really enjoy using them. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, jen@jenbroyles.com. I will respond as soon as possible. But otherwise, I really hope that you either go online and sign up, or go ahead and schedule a consultation with me, and we'll jump on the phone and chat. So again, the website you can go to is mydoterra.com/Jen Broyles, and that is where you can get signed up with your wellness membership or your starter kit. So again, it was wonderful chatting with all of you. I hope you'll have a wonderful night, and I hope to talk to all of you soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now.